African boys going to jail. I was tired of seeing people going through the things that they was going through, the hospital, the schools. Ain't nothing untouched in the African world, you know, and so I was tired, and enough was enough. But explaining the world through Jesus wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? That was not going to change anything. And I'm not trying to convince anybody to stop being, you know, praying or reading your Bible. I'm just saying, can you read the part of the scripture where it says faith without works is dead? Can you please read the part of the scripture when Jesus said that if you do not hate yourself, hate your sister, hate your brother, then you cannot be my disciple? Saying that you have to hate this system. That's what he was talking about. You know, like, can you please read those things? Because if your Jesus or your God is not a liberating one, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how can a perfect God be okay with the blood that is on this country's hands. And so, you know, these three girls, babies, 15 and 16 years old, when they pulled them out the river and out that car, their hands they was holding hands. They had to pry their hands apart. They had to pry these babies' hands apart because they was holding hands the time as they screamed and begged. One of their bodies was hanging out the window, like she could have escaped and got out, but she couldn't bring her friends with her, so she was outside of the window. These cops, 17 cops, in each cop car, they have 2 devices that they can use to jump in the water and save their life. They chose not to do that night. They stood there. The helicopter in front caught them saying, "No, they ain't dead. I still hear one of them crying. I can hear them." And then finally, a little while later, they said, "Yeah, they dead now." That's what they were doing as they stood out there. They made them drown. We won't back down. The reason why this tour is so important is because we need every single one of you to not just be emotional, but I need you to dig deep and say, I must organize to fight against this. The reason why this case is so important, because since I've been organizing, because I was from Ferguson, you know, they put the spotlight on Ferguson. So if you wanted to become a celebrity, you know, it was a perfect time. But I just wanted to be part of the solution. I didn't care about anything. I never signed up and said to put me in front of nobody camera or anything. I wanted something. I was tired. My mom had sat on that front pool twice. I had 2 dead brothers. I had one brother that got locked up at 17. I was hurt, and I wanted a solution, and I wanted to stop this stuff. I was tired. And in Ferguson, they had the spotlight. So I met a lot of families. I met probably every family that were that you heard of. All of them. And because Mike Brown, Trayvon Morton, all the families, I met them. I sat in front of these rooms with these people and everything. And I'm gonna tell you that they exploited. These families are a theory of your own. People who don't have a theory, they tend to borrow somebody else's. So these families died. Only thing they had was displaying the world is Jesus and all these other things. So they get in front, they give them the camera, and then activists and neo-colonial puppets say, apologize. You remember your son did sell drugs one time, or he did hit that one teacher, or he had a fight, or he was selling single cigarettes, so he was doing something bad. So they get on the TV and they apologize, and I'm sorry. And they get a little angry, but then they say, I'm sorry for being angry. I shouldn't have did that, because they scare them and tell them that, you're not going to win your case that way. This is what happened to the families. So, and then we say, well, we got to hear the families, because if the families say, let's get it, then we'll get it. If the families say jump off, then we're going to jump off. You know what I'm saying? We wait. The family said be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? The family say don't do this. The family said walk down the street. The family say, but the families do not have a blueprint or a theory of their own, so they tend to borrow from somebody else. So somebody else is controlling our narrative. You know what I'm saying? The white left dumped money into Ferguson. Not all their money pushes an agenda. They had a reason why they dumped money in Ferguson, and it was not for us. It was not for us. Okay? And the thing about it is, the reason why this campaign is important is because it's being led by the African People's Socialist Party that has a theory that speaks to our deliverance, freedom, it derives us all the way to Uhuru. It says one Africa, one nation, exactly how we gonna get there. It has us to what end. And Kunde, we were fighting for Kunde's case before we even met her. I so happened to be, when her daughter was murdered, I so happened to be in St. Pete. It's a video that went viral that a lot of people probably seen with me and my comrade Ghazi, where we was at a store because some person had called one of our sisters a B word. And so we went to the store and told him basically he ain't gonna have his store no more until he apologized. And he write, and buy an article, and he was telling us like, you crazy. And we ran the pigs up off the lot, and this video went viral. And it wasn't no trick cameras or anything. Like, we didn't, this lady came into the Uhuru house, told us our story, and we had a summation with the chairman. He told us, he broke it all down, and we went there and we told the man what was going to happen. And after that, we found out that these 3 girls died. And Comrade Ghazi said, we got to do something. And I said, because I'm from Fergus, I said, well, shoot, I don't know about these families. Let's do it without the family, because they always get picked up by Black Lives Matter and things like that. And, they just changed the narrative. And Ghazi said, well, we're going to try to reach out to the family, but we're going to organize action. And so we organized the action for these girls. And then we watched the news and we seen Kunde. This fierce lady, she had on her uniform, had just got off from work. They having a press conference and they standing there with the puppets from Black Lives Matter. And they telling this whole washed down story, and she storms the stage and say, "You're lying! Y'all lying!" And we was like, "Dang, who is that mama?" Like, yes. And she was like, "You lying, and I'm not gonna stand here and let you lie." And they trying to shut her up. The Black Lives Matter lady, like, and they telling her, "You need speech lessons. You need to do it like this." And she like, "Forget all y'all." You know what I'm saying? No, they took my baby. They killed my baby. Hell no. That's exactly what it is. And Kunde. We met Kunde, and not only did she appreciate us for doing the action that we did and the press conference and everything that we did around the 3 girls, she said, that's not enough. I got to be a member of this. I need to be humble. I got to sit beyond my pain. And this is the first year of her child's death. She picked herself out of bed. She still have kids that she had to feed because she's a single mother, and she have 5 kids. And she had to take care of them, and she going to work. But every single day, I seen this lady come to Cadre Development School, where we had to, come early in the morning and go through training and learn all these different things, learning how to see the world. And every single day, this mother came and sat there. She passed out flyers. She knocked on doors. She sold spurs. She led workshops, and she learned, and she studied just like me. And I'm looking at her like, I seen my mama not being able to get up out the bed. But not only do you get out the bed, but you are understanding the whole world in a different way. Like, this is amazing. And that's why Kunde and this story and these 3 girls have to be a blueprint to all of us. And this is why we have to take this campaign, join this campaign, raise the legal fees, because we have to raise the money. You know what I'm saying? We have to get this in the court. It costs a lot of money to even file the case. It takes a lot of money to even file the case. And it takes a lot of money for us to get the evidence that they've been trying to hide. Like, every time we try to get we got our own lawyer, which is Aaron O'Neill, which is a part of the African People's Socialist Party. We handling everything. They don't know if you have been watching this case, they have not had to deal with people like us. They have always had to deal with neo-colonial puppets. But not this time. Not this time. We know what they did, and we won't back down. We know what they did, and we won't back down. But it's going to take you too. It's going to take you. Nobody can just sit on the front line and say, I'm so sorry for that, and I just hate this happened. And, I had one sister say, well, that's why when my kids leave, I anoint their head. I said, well, Kunde anointed her kid too. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? Like, all of us do that. But the fact of the matter, I have 2 beautiful daughters right now. Until I overturn this system, I live knowing that my child can just be playing at a playground and get shot down. And I have to go into these people's courts and try to make them understand what I'm saying. So that's why I know that until imperialism is dead, buried, in its grave that we are not free. We are not free, and we have to continue to fight like hell. But this right here is a blueprint. This is a blueprint. This case is a blueprint to show the world, because them other families, they don't want to be saying that stuff. They hurt. Them they kids. Them they babies. But when you don't have no other, when you don't think you have another option, or you feel like that this is the only story that I can say, then that's 10 what you do. But we're going to give them a new story. Yes. And we're going to give them a new narrative. Yes. And that's Kunde. Yes. So I just really want to appreciate you for listening. Please get, the brochure and educate yourself on this. And please sign up and join this campaign. And until, all of us got to. Because your child or the kids in your family or every generation is going to be passed the same stuff that you was passed. And it's nothing that you can teach your child that is going to escape them from this hell that African people live in. It's two Americas. It's two Americas. It's two Americas that we live in. Bottom line. White people do not even understand. Some of them, it just flabbergasts me that some of them have never even been pulled over before. Like they don't even know what that means to get pulled over. But I know too well how my heart beat and wondering, is this the time that I'm going to take my last breath when they behind me, Sandra Bland? You know what I'm saying? It's too many times. They don't drag me through a police station and I had a baby premature and nobody went to jail. They hushed me up and I went out there in Ferguson and told them about what they did to me. Comrades and brothers and sisters, it's harvest time. Why do I say it's harvest time? In harvest time, it means it's time to reap. You know what I'm saying? It means for Black Power, August 9th, when Mike Brown died, the consciousness of Africans is up on the rise. So right now, it's harvest time. We have to gather our people up, get them ready, and organize, not mobilize, but organize our people. Organize our people. But this is a celebration. That's great. When it's harvest time, we did dances in Africa because it was harvest time. But the thing about harvest time is that means it's work. Yes. Because if you don't move on your harvest, you will lose it. Yes. So we got to move all over this harvest season. Touch one. Touch all. Touch one. Touch all. Touch one. Touch all. World.
Uhuru. Give it up again for Sister Kalambayi. All right, next up to the stage is Mother Warrior, fearless fighter, economic development leader, a force. Kunde Mwamvita, she's just extraordinary, and she, has come all the way here from Florida to share her story, to organize everyone in this room, and to call people to action, so we won't have to lose another one of our babies to the state, to colonialism, and to this imperialist government. Please get to your feet and help me welcome Kunde Mwamvita. Whoa!
Uhuru. My name is Kunde Mwamvita, and I'm not only here to share my story, but I'm also here to let you know that I'm not just a mother, but I'm a fighter. I'm fighting for independence. I'm fighting for your lives, my lives, our children's future, the real future. So on March the 31st, 2016, just 15 months ago, my daughter, Dominique Battle, and my other two babies, Laniya and Ashaunti Butler, were murdered at the hands of the state, the police, the St. Petersburg Police Department, and the Sheriff's Office, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. 17 officers got in a car and chased my babies to their death. At 4 a.m. that morning, they were gone. They had been murdered. But they refused to let me know anything about my babies. I didn't find out until 11:30 a.m. while I'm at work. And they show up to my job. And they asked to speak to me. And I don't go all the way out the door because I have never done anything wrong with the law. So I don't know why they dared to begin with. And the police start asking me questions. They want to know what my children had on. Where were my other children at? Who was taking care of them? But never once did they show any sympathy. And I asked them, why? Why are you asking these questions? You know, because I've done nothing wrong, and this child had child protective services to me. So I'm like, what's going on? Really, what's going on? And that's when he looks me in my face and tells me that my daughter, Dominique Battle, was dead. Now I got to start asking them questions. How did she die? What happened to Laniya and Ashaunti? Because they were all together. And he looks at me and said, they dead too. So you know what I did? I tried to fight their ass. I tried to get them because I knew they had this up to my babies. And they holding me and they tried to tell me that they wasn't chasing them. Okay. But your own dash cam shows that y'all released, that y'all was going to 93 miles per hour behind these girls. The police report states that they didn't run a red light, that they didn't get stopped for any traffic laws at all, for violating any other state laws. So why were they chasing them? Because they was driving in a car. Because they were young, 16 and 15-year-old girls out at night driving in a car. And so they felt like they had to get behind them with no sirens on or anything. And you think these girls are supposed to pull over to a car that's unmarked, that they don't even know? And then you continue to chase them, even after you was told not to chase them by the upper force. And you murdered my babies. And you thought I was going to be quiet. But oh no. I dragged my butt off that couch. And I went down there to that press conference that was being held. And I let them know that y'all wasn't going to slander these girls' names. Y'all wasn't going to make it was the parents' fault. Because it wasn't. It was the state's fault. It was their goons that they sent out after us. And I realized that I wasn't the only one fighting for these girls like I thought I was. The Uhuru movement was already out there fighting for them, holding protests, putting out propaganda about what really happened that night, putting out the real pictures, the pictures that were released by the police. Those same pictures that's incriminating the police. The back of that car, the bumper was dented in and hanging halfway off. You can't tell me that you drive straight into a pond and then your bumper come up like that and you drove straight into a pond. You can't tell me that. The top of that car was dented and it's been flipped over before I even let it in the water. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that you did not kill my daughters. You're not going to sit here and tell me that you did not chase my daughters. Because the education that I have, the one that my African ancestors instilled in me, tells me otherwise, shows me otherwise. You want to believe the science is there. Look at that car. Look at their statements and the lies that they put out. And then they continue to lie over and over again. And couldn't even keep up with the lies they were telling. And that's when I knew then that I had to join a force. Someone who was going to do something about the fight. that the system, that the state had murdered these girls and continue to murder Africans all over the United States of America. And yes, I say states because that's exactly what they are. They stole this land from the Mexican people, the indigenous people, and put them in concentration camps and think that we're supposed to sit quietly and not do anything about it. No. I'm a mother warrior for independence, and my independence is in my African people, and it's in the brown people, it's within the indigenous people. Get back their things, their resources, their land, everything that belongs to them. That's my fight. I don't want any of that money that they want to give you when you go to court and take court. I'm taking their ass to court. All of them. All 17 of those officers will be jailed. I promise that. One way or another, my fight will not end until all of them see justice. They can keep their hush money because I'm going to talk about this case until I'm taken off this earth. I'm going to talk about this case until we are free. Until all African people are free. And to the white people out here, I ask you to join the right side of the question. Because the question is, do you really want to be with the oppressor? Or do you want to be with the oppressed people and understand that they want their lives back, that they want their resources back, that they want to be able to house, feed, and clothe their families? That's my question to you. To commit class suicide. To understand that we fight for equal liberty for all Africans, for liberation of our lives. Enough is enough, and I don't have enough. My tears that I shared today and that I continue to share are not just for those 3 girls, but are for all Africans, for Trayvon Martin, for Sandra Bland, for all Africans who have died at the hands of the state, and for all horizontal violence, because horizontal violence is still the state. Black on black violence, you may say, we killing ourselves. No, we're not killing ourselves. We are oppressed people. Our lives have been stolen from us since we came into this world. They came 600 years ago to Africa, and they stole us, and they beat us, and they raped us. And they continue to do it today. They locked our women and children and men up in these prison cells and gave them all this time. Ridiculous, 600, giving them 30 years in prison or more. But then they legalized marijuana. Come on now. Are they serious?
Right.
So y'all need to open up them jail cells, and everybody y'all got in there for this so-called drugs. I don't care if it's crack cocaine, marijuana, speed, whatever it is that y'all got the men and women in them prison cells for, let them out now. The state is going to crumble. It's going to fall. And it's going to crumble in my lifetime.
Yes.
In your lifetime. We're bringing it down.
Yes.
Get with an organization that is willing and fighting and believing in all Africans and all oppressed people of the world. Because that's the only solution, is to join the revolution. The only solution. And I don't just stand around or sit on my behind and not do anything. I do the work. I go out into the communities. I talk to the people. I knock on doors. I do flyers and door hangers and let people know. I sell the Burn the Spirit newspaper to let people know that this is the only organization that means and stands behind what they say. I could have said, yes, let me go with the, Black Lives Matter, because they did try to come after me. But I know better, because it's not that Black Lives Matter, it's that Black Power matters. And that's the main thing that we have to remember. That Black Power is the key. It's the only thing. Black community control of the schools, Black community control of the police, Black community control. That Black Power is the only way. Woo. So I stand here before you as a mother who has known the pain of losing a child, who has known the pain of losing a friend, who knows the pain of losing an African. I'm asking all white folks and all black folks and the upper class as well to commit class suicide, to understand that you have to be on the right side of the line when a revolution comes, because it's going to come. There's no doubt about it. And these police officers who are supposed to be so scared for their lives, who feel like they have to murder us, no. But let me tell you about the police officer who got behind my daughter and her 2 friends and murdered them. That wasn't his first murder. Because in 2002, he murdered another African 18-year-old boy, Latoya Felton, in the pond, drowning him. And then beat him on the head so severely that half his brain had collapsed. But they want to say that the last time they saw him, he was doing a bike stroke in a pond with debris, so much debris in it, you couldn't even step in it really. But they want to say that they did not go into that pond to save my 3 girls because the water was so deep. But your same officer who took out the bike seat of his car to use as a flotation device to go after the boy Felton did not do the same thing to go after those 3 girls. They just stood around and watched them. And on the video camera, you could hear them talking. They talk about how they could hear them screaming. And then other police officers say, they're effing done, man. They're effing done. And if you didn't think they put a fire under my behind, oh, we put a fire under there. Because what they did in the dark has come to the light. And I'm going to fight, fight, fight. I refuse to give up. I refuse to let them get the best of me. No longer are they able to rape me silently. No longer are they able to beat me silently. No longer are they able to take my life, my rights. And they won't be taking yours either. Because like I said, I'm here to fight. And if you don't believe in my stance and you don't believe in me, that's okay. Because I'm still going to fight for you. I'm still going to fight for your liberation. I'm still going to fight for you to be free. When Mother Africa has all of her resources turned to her, her coltan, her diamonds, her cocoa, and so much more, return to Mother Africa. When I am able to go home and really live the life of freedom, really live to be able to feed and clothe and house my family and my children and live off the land like we once did before, then my fight will have ended. But until that day, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. And I'm going after every corrupt person that is in the United States of America and all over the place that are rolling us, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're scared of us and they fear us because 1 billion strong, we are one. Yes, we are. And they know that. So they try to scare us off by killing this person and killing that person, try to make us scared to defend ourselves and to fight by it. But damn it, it's time to resist. We have to come together as one. We have to unite with our brothers and our sisters. We have to protect our children and see that our children have a true future. Because the future that they tell them now is not our future. So before I leave here, I want to say that I am 1 billion strong, and so are you. Join me. Join the Uhuru movement. Join the solidarity movement. Because it's the only movement that does exactly what it says it does. Freedom, liberation, housing, clothing, and freedom our own people. Working day and night, non-stop, for your freedom, for our freedom. Uhuru.
One nation! One Africa!
Touch one.
Touch all!
Touch one.
Touch all!
Give it up again for Mother Warrior, Kunde Mwamvita. Such a powerful presentation. Just to piggyback on what my comrade said, it's important to the only solution is revolution. The only way to overturn this oppressive ass system, this colonial ass system, this imperialist imperialist-ass system that continues to take away from our people and give to white power, it's got to end. It's dying. It's actually crumbling right before us. So, you know, it's the power of organization is just so important. And that's what the Uhuru movement is struggling for, not just for revolution, but the preparation of total governance. Because when this system is done and when it's wiped out, we want to be ready to go ahead and take, you know, be prepared to govern and be prepared to, you know, just educate and enlighten our people so we can be set free. Uhuru. Next up, we have a brief video. It's the video of the letter, Dominique's letter. It's from Kunde to Dominique.
No.
Well, it's from Dominique to Kunde.
The last letter.
It was the last letter that was sent before, you know, before her best friend's Uhuru.
On March 31st, 2016, my daughter Dominique Battle and two of her friends was drowned by Pinellas County Sheriff's officers. A few months before this, my daughter had wrote me several letters, and we was always communicating to each other by writing letters to each other when she felt like she was too embarrassed or too shy to tell me word to word. So I'm going to read one of the letters that she wrote to me. One of the last letters I would ever receive from her. I entitled it, Mom. Mom, I just wanted to tell you that I'm ready to get on track. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. But it's time for a change. Enough is enough. I want to get help because I know I'm not going to be able to stay on track by myself. But I don't have a problem with doing what I'm supposed to do. I just get influenced easily. It don't have anything to do with how you raised me. I'm just growing up, trying to see where I fit in. You really are a good mom, hardworking. I want to show you for the world. You spoiled me and made me into the princess I am today, and I thank you for that, Queen. You don't need to feel depressed. Sometimes their strongest going to come, and God put his hardest brothers on his strongest soldiers. I love you, Mom. I never knew that I would never be able to write to her again, talk to her, or even see her smile. So these letters that she have written to me, I hold dearly. Some of them are hardest to tear because I read so much. I just want to say thank y'all for taking the time out to listen to my story.
Touch one.
Touch all.
Touch one.
Touch all.
Touch one.
Touch all.
As I said before, this program is just powerful in so many different ways. It's here to educate, to inspire, and to call everyone in this room to action. Everyone has someone in their lives, in their circles, in their family who has suffered, who has been murdered or brutalized at the hands of the state. And this is the period where we just can't sit idle anymore. We can't just sit around and shake our heads and just share some old bullshit on social media and call that activism. You have to join a revolutionary organization. It's the only way that this system is going to die. And that's the bottom line. Again, you've been educated. Hopefully you'll be able to take something away from this program. And next up, we have another part, a powerful part of our program, which is our appeal. Freedom ain't free. Bringing powerful speakers such as Kunde and Kalambayi is not free. Continuing to work every day, getting out on the street, transportation, agitprop is not free. So, we have Sister Deasia and Ruby that will, give a really powerful appeal. I just want everybody to, just listen and dig deep. Uhuru.
This has been such a powerful program that we've had, and to be able to hear from Kalambayi, from President Kalambayi, to hear from Kunde Mwamvita, fighting for Dominique, fighting for all African children and families. We came here tonight to hear the truth, but also to get involved in changing the world, to organize to end this war on the African community. We can all participate in this next part. We need to raise money for the lawsuit that has been talked about, which is going to cost $18,000. And tonight, we want to raise $1,000 in this room. And if everybody in here chips in, we can do that. And we call on everybody to donate as much as you can. And we know that there's an uneven distribution of wealth in this room. The root issues that we're talking about America's theft and control of resources of African people. After the murder of Mike Brown in Ferguson, white people raised $1 million for Darren Wilson.
Yes, they did.
The pig that killed Mike Brown. And that was his payoff for killing this young African. But we want our money to go in the other direction, to fund African freedom and self-determination, to fund ending the police war on the African community. And I'm going to start off by donating $100 tonight. I feel so moved by what I heard tonight, and I feel like that is one of the most important things that I can do to express that, because that's real, it's concrete.
Yes.
So I want to donate $100, and I want to see if anybody in here can match me or top that.
Any night that you would be, I'll donate 100.
Okay, that's 200 so far, and Allie is donating $100, so that's 300 so far. And there's somebody that was watching at home named Laura, I think it is, and she's donating $20. So that is $680 left to go. So
That's something that goes in. So the great Malcolm X once said, "The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and make the guilty innocent. And that's the power. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses." Before tonight, some have never heard of this tragedy, or they briefly caught a glimpse on the news, but which is whitewashed media. We are truly grateful for Kunde for being courageous enough to travel state to state, fighting for justice, not only for your daughter, not only for her friends, but for all victims of police brutality, for all of us here in this room, for everyone, for our community. So we just unite in the faith that your efforts will prevent further incidents from occurring. And if anyone is able to donate tonight, I hope everyone will receive the pledge card. If you didn't, you can grab some from the table back there. And is there anyone who would like to match or like see the donation for 100? Is able to? And if you would like to discreetly donate, could you fill out the pledge card? And Jezel and Tasha are are going around with the baskets. But we ask that you fill them out because we do want to thank you.
Okay, so that's $420 so far.
Okay. If we also, besides cash, we're accepting you can pay our card, debit or credit. We have a chip system that can also be discreet. Also, if you want to make a check out, the check should be made out to Justice, the number 4, Dominique, or you could donate at the GoFundMe page, which is justicefordominiquebattle.com. If you would like to pledge tonight, we ask that you make the donation within the month.
Uhuru. And $100 isn't the only amount that you can do, and it's great that we have people that have done that, but does anybody want to donate $50? Uhuru.
Anyone willing to donate $25? If you don't feel thank you. If you don't, thank you.
Anyone needs a pledge card or a pen, I have them. Also have the donation box for cash. Thank you.
No donation is too small, y'all.
That's right.
That's
right.
Also, we have.
I have a pen.
Also, if anyone is interested in purchasing raffle tickets, tonight we're raffling off a handmade necklace. She's going to bring up the items that we're raffling off now.
1
We have a $25 gift card to Uhuru Furniture and Collectibles Store. And also,
How much are the raffle tickets? How much are the raffle tickets?
The raffle tickets are $1 a piece or 6 for $5.
Yeah, please see your sister in the back if you're interested in buying a raffle ticket.
Jasmine right there with the raffle ticket. And look.
And, you know, we just really appreciate everyone's donation. And, you know, once again, if you are from the white community, this is part of reparation. This is how we say that we don't want to live at the expense of everybody else anymore. Is by putting the money back. It's stolen, it's dirty. We got to give it back from the people that we stole it from. And this is a concrete way that you can do that and be part of the future. And everyone's donation is really important and really crucial at this time. We're trying to raise, as was said, $18,000. If we can do 1,000 of it tonight, that's so important and crucial. And, you know, this is how we express wanting to take a stand with humanity instead of being the enemies of humanity. So please dig deep. And as Deasia was saying, if you can't pay it tonight, write it on your pledge card. If you can do it within a month, that counts.
If you're interested in paying on your card, once I go to the back, you can come see me.
So we'll let everybody know what we raised in a few minutes.
Also, if you purchase raffle tickets and you have to leave before the program is over, if your ticket is picked, please fill it back out so we can contact you.
$20 from Joe.
Anyone have any further donations?
Uhuru. Okay, we're going to give everybody a few more minutes to get involved with this really dope raffle. We had some really, really great prizes, so, you know, please buy up all our tickets. Yeah. Buy them all, Dan. We're not going to pull the raffle just yet. We're going to give it a few more minutes, and we can kind of change the program around and open up for questions and discussion. So we want to open the floor. We ask for questions to be one person at a time. We ask that everyone in the room please be respectful of the question being asked and then the subsequent answer. If you want to line up right. Hold on just a second. All right, so let's form a line right here for folks that may have questions, that may have statements that they want to make, any quick testimonials. We want to keep each question to about a minute to be respectful of time.
I'll be about like maybe half a minute. I'll say something now.
Hold on, testing the mic.
I'm Miss Ashaunti from Philadelphia, and I'm exposed to DHS and justice. I don't know if anybody can help me with my grievance against DHS. I'm exposed to Joe and justice. They don't understand little children and babies. Put them in foster care for property. Sometimes kids get medicated and touched in foster care. And that's not right what's going on. They put my son in Boston with another cause and turned against me and medicated him. And I'm joining the Uhuru for the rest of my life. All my children and my sister be in it too. We're going to start volunteering on Pinellas County half an hour from my house in West Philly. I don't know if anybody can help me find my daughter out of DHS, help me get a pro bono lawyer. I'm going to support the mother, but I'm going to call in next time when I get paid. Anybody can help me, they can take my number. My name is Miss Bennett from West Philadelphia.
Uhuru, sis, My name is Kalambayi, and we definitely going to help you.
That's a pretty name, help you too. That's a real
Thank
pretty
you.
name.
Thank you. It
Where you
means
from?
brave. I'm from St. Louis, first.
I'm going to leave contact at the end.
Okay, I wanted to tell you about right now, AMWO.
Huh?
AMWO is the women's organization under the Uhuru movement.
Yes.
And right now they have a lot of women that you're not alone.
Yeah.
From state to state, they stealing
Children.
and they stealing babies.
Stealing children.
They stealing children and they demonizing the mothers.
Yeah.
And they making them go through all these psychological things, and then you don't feel like you don't know your own rights.
Nobody want to help me. No lawyer will take my case. Not one.
Right now, in St. Louis, I'm going through this right now with my sister. You know, because somebody called or felt like they heard something, and these people never come in and help us.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that I get your information and tell you that you're not alone, but you have soldiers that's standing behind you for this case. So I want to make sure we get your information. I want to tell everybody
there's a conspiracy with DHS going around snatching children, babies for no reason, and the judges are stopping the parental rights for no reason. Sometimes the kids are medicated, sometimes they touch the foster care. And my daughter, I think she got pregnant in DHS foster care, and I want that for my daughter. I want to put her in college and take her to church every Sunday like I was raised. It's not right what they're doing. They're doing it all over the country now. The judges is wrongfully stopping the mother's parental rights for no reason. When a kid gets foster care, they can't get them out sometimes. Some people never see their kids. They don't put money, they make a couple $1,000 on each child in placement. There's a conspiracy with DHS and the family court judges.
Yes.
And all the legal services wouldn't support the mothers. They wouldn't take them cases at all. And nobody would help me get a lawyer. For over 20 years they called, nobody would help me get her back. And I think she got pregnant in DHS. And she's too young to be by herself in some apartment. It's not right what's going on with DHS. There's a wrong injustice going on in different states too. I fell victim. Nobody can help me find a pro bono lawyer. I'll leave my information maybe. My number is 267-665.
We'll get your number, sis. We'll make sure we get it. Thank you.
My name is Laura Blackwell. I'm with the West Side Weekly in West Philadelphia. Just started looking at this case today, and I'm a little confused about the owner of the car and what happened there, because I heard Dominique's mother make some accusations about him. And what was he doing with 3 teenage girls?
Exactly. Great question.
And also, I noticed there was a bottle in the back seat. Did they have the autopsy yet? And I'm just asking this because I have feelings. And I know that they showed that bottle to try to imply that they've been drinking, but they don't know who owns the bottle.
Right.
It could have been his or what. But anyway, what I want to know is what you can tell me about the owner of the car.
Yeah.
And how he got involved with the kids and that kind of thing.
Yes, we know very little about the man that had the car. What we do know is he was over 30 years old.
36.
And we know that he took these girls to a Walmart and said that he was going inside to buy a TV. But these girls and everybody in St. Pete know that this Walmart is a grocery store. It's a grocery store Walmart. They don't sell TVs.
Right.
You know, so the girls, they're not here to talk. You know what I'm saying? But we know that this man, they gave him his car back. He never reported his car stolen. You know, he have not been questioned from what we know about this man. But that is a great question about who he is.
He picked the girls up. He went into the Walmart. Did they sell alcohol in the Walmart or what? What was his condition?
Yeah, we don't know.
He let the girls out of the car.
No, when he went into the Walmart, the girls had the car.
Yeah. Okay. And that's like kids. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I mean, if some 36-year-old man tell me that he give me a ride and we end up at a Walmart and he said he want to get a TV and I know ain't no TVs there, I would have took his car too. Right?
Yeah, he got out of here.
Okay. Why I wouldn't pull over when an unmarked car is chasing me. But thank you.
How come they had a camera? They had a camera on the dashboard of that car. The unmarked car.
The unmarked car, yeah, it had a dash cam.
Yeah, I saw the dash cam in the case.
Yeah.
It turned down into the cemetery.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wouldn't have stopped no unmarked car either.
Uhuru, I have similar questions as what she had. I was wondering how did the girls get into the car? Whose car was it? And what did the man call the police?
No, the man did not call the police. He didn't call the police because he knew he was 36 and he shouldn't have been with these girls. So he did not call the police.
Okay.
He never called the police. The man was 36 years old, and he took the girls to a Walmart and told them that he was going inside to buy a TV. And it was not TV sold in that Walmart. Okay, and that's what we know about that man. The relationship that he had with these girls. For us, we know that he didn't have a relationship with Kunde. He did not have permission to have her daughter in the car. And I've been 16. Now, I've been 16 before. Right. And I had friends. And me and my friends have gotten calls. And I'm happy that I'm still here today. But this is something that young people do. And they don't deserve to die. Right. So, I understand some people need these questions. And I want to answer them the best way I know how. But no, he did not report his car stolen. He didn't. And the police did not have, they wasn't saying, oh, this fit the description or anything. That didn't happen. They started following the girls because they seen 3 black girls in a car. And that's why they pursued it. And they didn't never turn on their lights. The car was unmarked. The kids had no way of knowing that there was the police behind them. But he did call in and say, I'm chasing the car. And his boss told him not to pursue. And he did it anyway. It's
just like with the Trayvon Martin, not Trayvon Martin, the guy in Florida. Yeah, the police told him not to pursue. And Mr. Whatever his name was, kept going. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, well, thanks a lot. I'd certainly like to read up on that situation. Yeah. And personally, for myself, I'm looking for an attorney because I had some problems with the law. Mm-hmm. So if you know of any attorneys who's willing to help someone who doesn't have money for an expensive attorney. Michael Ford. No, he's not. Well, I have tried him. Thanks a lot. And I do work with his group, but he can't help me. So if you know of any attorney who's willing to... I think that we have to understand, we need attorneys, we do. Mm-hmm. But we're dealing with a system from the core of it has blood in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they charge you money to go to court. They charge you money to go to court, and then even once you're in the courts, it works the way it want to work. The lady who got the blindfold on, she really do see. She see black and white. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to understand that we have to build, and we have to organize, and we have to fight. And I know that that's not, I don't have a quick fix. Because, unfortunately, every black face out here, I know we all have been touched by the system in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And so until we overturn this system, we're going to be dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? So it's other ways that we have to learn how to fight. You know what I'm saying? And part of that is joining organization. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that enough. To educate yourself, to understand that, you know what I'm saying, collectively, that we have to, whatever we have to do, phone calls, let them know that you ain't standing alone. Because a lot of times we feel isolated with our incident. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stand together. You need an army behind you. You're going against a machine, you need an army. So it might be that we're going to call and say, we know what you did. 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 You know what I'm saying? And let them know that you're not just touching you, but you're touching everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to be organized. Because during whatever his name is, that killed Mike Brown, an army of people don't dump money in him, dump money. And then the rest of the white people, they got out there and had their badges on. I am Darren Wilson. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? They did something else. But all of them, they organized themselves to raise the money so him and his family wouldn't have to worry no more. They organized themselves to put them in the house. They organized themselves to get them out their community. They organized themselves. So we got to organize ourselves. Uhuru. So if you know of any attorneys, I'd like to talk to him.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Uhuru.
Good evening. My name is Ashaunti Imprimatur, and I'm an organizer with an organization called Women of Color Global Women's Strike. First, let me say, for the issues we're discussing here this evening, let's keep in mind that this year is the 20th anniversary of the Million Woman March, held in October of 1997. So let's keep that in mind and prepare to recognize the many sisters in our community to provide leadership to these kind of campaigns. Next to the sister here, I just want to say there's a group that we sometimes work with called Community Legal Services in terms of going up against DHS when they try to, quote-unquote, legally kidnap our children.
They wouldn't help me. I called every legal place in the city and they never helped me.
not one.
Then you and I should talk later, okay? All right. Lastly, to Sister Kunde, is she still available to answer questions? Okay. I just wanted to ask for the other two young sisters, are their families also involved working with her to sue the police or any other legal action?
Well, the other families, at first, how can I say it? Probably had a different way of wanting to look at this case. But at the end, right now, they all are part of one case. They united. They fight with Kunde.
So it's one case?
It's one case.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That's a class action.
Yeah, gotcha.
How you feeling?
I'm good.
Good. Uhuru. My name is Anthony. I organize with Philly Road Justice. I know you was talking about like how the spotlight got shined on Ferguson. In Philly, we often have like a lot of high, vicious police attacks, but we don't really get the spotlight like that. Recently, 2 years ago, a woman named Joyce Powell was beat to death by Temple Police in front of her children in her home. And the fight to hold police accountable was like a really exhausting one, because it seems like you get somewhere and then, they might move them away or they take some time off and then they right back. Like we found a police officer in the Philadelphia police force with a Nazi statue. He was temporarily moved away from the case, and then we found out he's working at some stadium or somewhere with the Nazi tattoo very visible. So in your case, I wanted to know what's the energy around police accountability? Like, does it seem like it's getting somewhere, or do the people feel like the police will eventually be held accountable? Has there been any action? Do the police, are they nervous? Because it's this thing where, we have to fight day and night, and we tired and we exhausted, and the police are just chilling with their families, eating,
Great question. I want to say that it's important. We have your organization, and I hope we got some literature here for you to know about the Black is Back Coalition. Right. The Black is Back Coalition. And see, the thing is, we have to unite. And we have to understand that the only way that these police are going to get edgy if all of us sing in the same harmony, all of our drums is beating the same drum, and that's Black community control of the police. Black people have to have the power over the police. Only then. Like anything else, a review board or anything else is not going to solve our problem. So to answer your question, the spotlight got, neo-colonials, some activists, they fought for a review board. So we got that. But now we have Von Derek Myers, where a police officer, this is not the first African that he killed. And Africans have died before Mike Brown and after Mike Brown, and they're going to continue to die until we have Black community control of the police. And so that's what we got. And then we also got where they burnt down that Quick Trip, the first thing that they put, what is that thing called? An urban league. Right. To symbolize you got something, a kumbaya. Like, look, we gave you something that, maybe 3 people could get their gas bill paid. But that's not, we can't keep on fighting symptoms. Right. We need a cure. And the cure is we have to have power over the police. Right. And so, no, we don't have Black community control of the police. But the minute young people like yourself and your organization, my organization, and the sister organization, all of us saying the same thing, all of our drums saying the same thing, it has to be radical. Radical. Don't be afraid to say the Black thing. We can't, let's just take the Black word out and just call it community control. No, the Black word is important. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. You know what I'm saying? They cannot control our fight. We have to stay in control of it. So, that's what's happening in Ferguson. And, EPDM is on the ground in Ferguson, which is the International People Democratic Uhuru Movement, and we're doing big things in Ferguson. Big things in St. Louis, on the grounds there. And the thing that we're doing that's so important is the economic work. Because you cannot have anything without an economic front. Political and economics is critical. Because our people hear us talking about black power, but they saying, shoot, I got to feed myself. Right. I got to clothe myself. Exactly. My kids. Right. We need our own courts. when, you know, women having stress on them and got these babies and they want to go out or they want to do something and they trying to go to an interview and don't have nobody to watch their kids. These are real issues. Right. So we have to have Kijiji. We have to have programs where we a village. It's not just one woman, her single child, her problem individually. It's all of ours. And so we have to build those things, and that's the task at hand for us as organizers. Uhuru.
Uhuru. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Uhuru. All right, let's give it up. Okay. Do we have a report from tonight's appeal?
Drum roll.
The report's not ready? No, not ready? No. Okay. Again, I just want to really appreciate everybody that has come out to this really powerful event tonight. Just your presence alone, you know, it speaks volumes. It says more than, oh, I want to find out more about this case, but you know, I understand, I feel Kunde's pain, and you know, I want to get involved one way or another. So, you know, this is the call to action. You know, again, we've been saying it all night, and we're going to keep saying it. Revolution is the only solution. The only way to overturn this system that continues to oppress us, you know, in so many ways, is to get involved with the Uhuru movement. So, you know, the Uhuru movement has several different fronts where, you know, everyone can participate. You have the International People's Democratic Uhuru movement. You have the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign. You have the African People's Education and Defense Fund. You know, there's so many different ways that you can, you know, contribute your time and talents. So, you know, I really just want to really struggle with everyone in this room deeply to get involved one way or another. You know, we have to get out of our own way. We have to, you know, stop, you know, harping on the problems and focus on the real solutions. And this is the only way we want to get freedom in our lifetime. Uhuru. We want to just make sure that everyone, you know, just takes information with them. When we adjourn this evening, you know, it's going to be an opportunity for folks in the audience to speak with Kalambayi as well as Kunde briefly. Just get involved. Get involved. Is no reason. Is no more excuses. Is no more hiding. You know, you just have to get involved. Join the Uhuru movement. Uhuru. Touch one.
Touch all.
Touch one.
Touch all.
Touch one.
Touch all.
Uhuru. All right, we're still waiting for that donation report. All right, so, well, what we can do is we can go ahead and start pulling the raffle, find out who's winning some of these dope prizes.
Yes.
Say that again?
We almost had $50, almost.
Okay, so how much do we raise in the raffles tonight altogether?
Like 46.
Okay.
Oh, 46.
We raised $46 in the raffles. Uhuru. All right, this is your last opportunity. Here are some of the prizes. First prize is a hand-beaded bib necklace that was generously donated to the campaign. Next up, we have a hand-painted ceramic bowl signed by the artist. It's an artist by Natalie Warren, and this was created in 2008. We also have a $25 gift certificate to Uhuru Furniture that will be raffled off tonight, as well as some other really dope prizes. So this is the last opportunity for you to, you know, buy a raffle and support the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign. Uhuru.
Uhuru!
Excuse me, I gotta take this money. Anybody else want to go ahead and hand over? You want to buy a raffle? Okay, you got somebody purchase a raffle today? Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yes. All of them? Oh.
What you say, brother? You want to buy the roll?
The whole roll.
You feeling generous tonight? Get get you a couple.
It's all right.
Okay. Wait, say it again, Deja.
A sister made, it's a handmade, can you say cloth, but I forgot. But it works, and I can send around a picture, it'll also be a part of the brand.
Okay. All right, we're going to raffle that off tonight as well. All right, do we have the raffle tickets ready so we can start pulling? Harris, can we play some music really quickly while we get the last of these resources in, these really, really important resources to go ahead and forward this campaign, Uhuru. You know, and please, don't let tonight be the end of your interaction with the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign. Please make sure that you sign up to find out more information about, you know, just the progression of this tour. The next stop will be in Washington, D.C. this Saturday. The information will be on the website if anybody's interested. Please follow the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement on Facebook and the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign on Facebook to find out more about the live stream and additional information. Uhuru.
While we waiting, I wanted to really express my appreciation to the people that organized this. This was not easy, and I really wanted to make sure that I really appreciate the organizers in Philly, the furniture store, for allowing us to use this space. You know, I just want to salute these comrades for bringing us here and understanding that this campaign is very important. And I also wanted to shout out Kalambayi Andenet. She's from St. Pete, Florida, and she is the chair of the 3 Drowned Girls. Kalambayi is 20 years old, and she's born and raised in St. Pete, Florida. She's part of the African People's Socialist Party and the chair of this campaign, and a brilliant, beautiful, talented African woman. And she put this tour together, and she would have been here, but she's running for District 6 in St. Pete, Florida. So we got a lot of fronts that we are attacking. City Council, thank you. City Council, District 6. She's running on the black community, control of the police, economic to the black community, and she's going to be the next District 6
That's right.
City Council woman.
Yes.
I mean, this campaign is a movement. And to see these young people and see these Africans that's supporting this campaign in St. Pete, Florida is so important, where gentrification, like everywhere else, is real. So I just wanted to shout out at Kalambayi and appreciate her as well for all the work that she do for African people globally. And I just had it pressed on my heart, and I wanted to say that I really profound love art. I'm an artist myself. We started our own clothing line called Uzi, which is a thread of freedom in Swahili. And we take gentle used clothes and vintage pieces. I love vintage. I love fabric. And then we redo it and we sell it, and that's how we are able to do all the different things that we do and help and go into Flint and African Shores Genocide and all the different campaigns that we have. And I love art, and I really believe that through the art, we're going to forge this revolution. People are touched by art, and Africans have always been artistic and spoke to each other without words, but through art, through the drums and through the songs. We told messages, and so I really want to appreciate, what's your name? Rhonda Rise. I just really want to appreciate you for your art. I just want to say that you, like, I know that it's not like what you give us, you just gave us everything. You know what I'm saying? And I felt it. And I just wanted to just give you a token from Uzi to say, you know, I just want to appreciate you for your artwork. Uhuru.
Uhuru.
All right, before we start pulling for the raffle, we just want to let everyone know that, you know, we appreciate, you know, all the resources that were raised during tonight's appeal. But, yeah, we running a little short of that $1,000. We have, and correct me if I'm wrong, in the back, we raised $818, Uhuru. But I know we can get to $1,000, y'all.
881.
Oh, sorry, my dyslexia. $881, Uhuru. So, we need a little under $120.
We can put it up to $900.
Oh. $900. We need $100 more so we can go ahead and really make this happen, y'all. Uhuru. $100, y'all. So that means if we could get $2 from everybody in this room. Let me see if I got $5. $5, damn. All right, well, look, we got somebody in the back. Uhuru. Uhuru. All right.
Who's walking around?
Well, here. All right, Uhuru. Uhuru, come on, we almost there, y'all. We almost there, y'all.
We're going to get there, man.
We got to get there, y'all. This has been such a powerful program. Look. Oh, we got another 25 in the Bizak. Come on, Uhuru.
That's how.
Uhuru, another $20 pledge. If somebody can help me count. Almost there, y'all. Almost.
953.
Uhuru, 953.
58.
All right, Uhuru, y'all, come on. What we got? What we got? What we got?
958.
We need $2.
$2, man.
$2 right here.
$2.
Uhuru.
No, that's two earlier dollars.
Uhuru, we got another $20.
Those are
Put me down for 25, please. Uhuru, where we at?
$1,003.
Oh! Yes! Touch one. Touch all. I can't hear y'all. Touch one.
Touch all.
Everybody in this room just raised $1,000, goddammit, for the 3 drowned black girls. Give yourselves a round of applause. Uhuru. That is not a small thing. We really just want to appreciate everybody, you know, who just giving material support, who's shown up. This is going to be a fight, but it's a fight we want to win. No bones about it. Uhuru. Touch one.
Touch all.
I just want to make sure y'all on y'all game. Touch one.
Touch all.
Uhuru. All right, let's go ahead and pull for some prizes.
Yes, come on.
All right, I need, huh?
Someone else wanted to use their card?
Oh, did anyone else want to use their card?
Donate.
Credit card? All right, here, let's go ahead and pull the raffle. I need somebody from the audience, somebody impartial, to go ahead and help me with this joint. All right, so first up will be for the necklace.
That beautiful necklace.
This joint right here. Here, read the name. You read the name. Come on. Here, somebody read the name. Read the name.
Deasia!
Oh!
Yes, Deasia! First, like today.
Yes,
I've been waiting for this.
Uhuru is our very hard-working project manager with APDF and the flea markets. Uhuru. All right, next up, I need another volunteer. This will be for the $25 gift certificate for Uhuru Furniture. All right, come on, brother. Oh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. It's all you. All right, what's the name?
Jamil Watt.
Oh, is Jamil here?
Yeah, you gotta be.
Is there a phone number on there?
Oh, it is.
We'll have to contact them.
It is.
If it's a phone number, then we won't have to contact them. All right, cool. Uhuru.
All right, Uhuru. Yeah, he'd be surprised.
Oh, the $25 gift certificate for Uhuru Furniture. All right, next up, we have this beautiful ceramic hand-painted bowl. Can I have a volunteer, please? Somebody, anybody. Anybody. Nope. All right.
Jamil Wyatt?
Yeah, you can't win twice. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry, no, we want to go ahead and give equal opportunity for everybody to win the world.
He probably bought like 10.
yeah, he might go like he bought a bunch of them.
All the prize. You try to get all the prize. All the prize. Laniya Uhuru. That is a comrade that is based out of Newark, New Jersey. Couldn't be here tonight. Is there a phone number on there?
That's Waliya. Yeah.
All right, we're going ahead and sit that bad boy to the side.
All right, go ahead, Waliya.
Make sure Waliya gets a gift. All right.
No, we have the clock.
Yeah, next up, I need a volunteer so we can go ahead and wrap off this beautiful kente covered cloth.
What is that?
Come here, Sarah. Hey, girl.
I left it in my dressing room.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, shorty. Pull it to you.
Let me go. Slow motion. Here you go. Let me get that. All right. Yeah, I got that. All right.
Oh, then
Call.
here, no dice.
Somebody
Pull another one.
Say the number.
Oh, okay. Well, 3750896. This is for a kente cover clock.
What's the last three numbers?
896.
No, 896.
Going once. Going twice.
Oh.
World.
Yeah, she won. You won.
I hope I got the right number.
I just want to volunteer, brother Joe. He said check the ticket. He said check the ticket.
Check the ticket, make sure I'm right.
Yeah,
896. Got a winner.
All right.
Uhuru.
Congratulations.
All right, so that's for the Kente covered clock. Uhuru. All right, and we have a fun prize pack. It is a bag full of beautiful jewelry as well as it's like a device so you can pick up a Wi-Fi from your laptop. Wow. Pick up a Wi-Fi signal. So I need one more volunteer so we can go ahead and get this. Pull this. You just volunteered yourself. Thanks.
You have last four numbers?
Last four. 796. 0796.
That's the last four. 0796.
Going once.
They're not here.
0796.
Is that you? Yeah. Yes. Bro. Yes.
I said, hey, her.
All righty. All right. So I think. Yeah, that is the end of our raffle. That concludes our program. We want to just again thank everybody from the bottom of our heart for coming out and supporting this really powerful tour, this really powerful program. Please take some information in the back. We have burning spears for sale. We have Uhuru literature and agitprop for sale. Please purchase and support. Yes. And don't forget, we have food in the back, y'all. So go ahead and get you some munchies.
Yeah.
We have drinks. We have pastries and the like.
You already know.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
for more information about our APEF programs, again, the information is on the table. Follow us on Instagram, Uhuru Flea Markets with an S. Also, we have Uhuru Flea Market on Facebook. Please follow, like, and share. Uhuru.
The number change?
Yeah, I put it on the back.
Okay, yeah, I got you. I really appreciate you.
Thanks for coming out. I'm good.
It's amazing.
Get y'all some grub. Get y'all some grub. Help us eat this grub. Thank you.
Somebody else, but I still want to say hi. I'm going to say hi to you. I like your vibe. Thank you. And you know, what's your name? Kalambayi. I felt you the whole time. Yeah, I you just want to look at me because I'm looking at her. You see me? Yeah. So that's great. Yeah. So stay in contact. No Facebook. No, I have. Good. Don't do it. I wouldn't be on there either. I got on there. I don't like it, but I usually I understand it is a very positive time. Yeah. You know, disconnect. Yeah. Take it easy. But like it's kind of necessary today. Okay. I love it. If I could figure out how I don't know, I
So what are we going live? So should we? I know should I cut it now? We cut it. We cutting. We cutting. Oh, whoa.